You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
For the news we get around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staff them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices come. Hi yeah. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. Follow me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV there before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God begin, let's get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
Salon, they take action for every mama and every pikin. Together, we go reach zero. We all for take action. So no mama no go die where it give life. No pikin no go die from preventable sickness. No pikin no go left behind for take maclate. The race to zero, they on now.
But zero no go happen by chance. If you na mama or belle woman, take action, go na clinic early. If you na papa, take action, support mama, care you pikin for maclate. If you na chief, take action, encourage belle woman them for go hospital for the well body one. We all for take action for save the life of we woman and pikin them. So join with today for take action for reach zero. This message they come out from the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
Me not like you, where the Google symptom then 2 o'clock morning and don't try all the wellness trend them, but you know they woke. I just can pretend like I fine, but we finally don't get sigh for get answer to all we health issue them. Wellness unfiltered with Mabel. No fluff, no filter, no shame, just real talk, real health. The conversation we really need forget, but mental health, food, stress, woman and man health, sex education, healing and other thing them. New episode every Wednesday, 6 to 7 o'clock even time. Wellness Unfiltered with Mabel. Come as you are, let's get well. Unfiltered, live on Liberty Online TV.
The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, Plenty thing dey happen, but wetin actually you dey look for? Interesting story dem dey na the social media wey dey shape your life. So, not wetin dey happen na the problem, but how e dey affect you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we dey bring you the real story dem behind the social media noise. From technology wey don take over the office dem to things dem wey dey happen to we every day. We dey dig deep, ask the hard question dem but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday 10 to 11 o'clock na morning na all Liberty Online TV platform dem.
Me na like you wey dey Google symptom dem 2 o'clock morning and don try all the wellness trend dem but e no dey work. I just can pretend like I fine, but we finally don get get answer to all we health issue dem. Wellness Unfiltered with Mabel. No fluff, no filter, no shame, just real talk, real health. The conversation wey we really need forget, but mental health, food, stress, woman and man health, sex education, healing and other things them. New episode every Wednesday, 6 to 7 o'clock even time. Wellness Unfiltered with Mabel. Come as you are, let's get well. Unfiltered, live on Liberty Online TV. Me na like you wey dey Google symptom dem 2 o'clock morning and don try all the wellness trend dem but e no dey work. I just can pretend like I fine, but we finally don get get answer to all we health issue dem. Wellness Unfiltered with Mabel. No fluff, no filter, no shame, just real talk, real health. The conversation wey we really need forget, but mental health, food, stress, woman and man health, sex education, healing and other things them. New episode every Wednesday, 6 to 7 o'clock even time. Wellness Unfiltered with Mabel. Come as you are, let's get well. Unfiltered, live on Liberty Online TV.
Place the owner they observe holiday, but we here we get for come, we get for ensure say we inform una, we entertain and also educate una. So we not get holiday, we there so every day, Monday to Friday, even on holidays, we are here to inform, entertain and educate una. And so go welcome una to this holiday episode of the breakfast show. I know say some man relax, some man might not even wake up yet. Yeah. So man get a nice last night, so they go to chill by now. But the beauty of the digital space, whenever you wake up, you will come and catch up with the happenings. Well, who will bring this edition come to you this morning? Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mebel Kaba, good morning. Today na Tuesday and at the 25th day of August 2026. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we get different issues like always where we deal with. The three big issues them where we deal with at this edition of the program. If you be done to follow Liberty TV, you gonna say we said be done the broadcast concern and we come from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Now the United States, when a committee we can interview people and where they can send for be ambassadors na different countries. Well, this BNTM the interview, the one way for Cam Salon, and one of the concern we come from one of the senior members them get for do it the third country deportee agreement. If you be member, we Salon been signed this agreement for let people of other nationalities Cam Salon and the United States been give money for them. Concerns been come from the media. Also will be the ask the then Minister of Foreign Affairs for tell the public what's exactly they inside this agreement, but we not been get the specifics of what's in the country been signed up to. Well, where this committee sits in the United States, this BNSM, one thing will come out. Now that then concerns say Salon no don't do waiting them been signed to. Then be agree say the people in the come and can there, but they don't land say Salon don't left the people and for go back now then country. They also then believe say then go pause danger to their lives them. Well, when they can look at this particular issue we come up now the US Senate, if truly Salon breach this particular third country deportee agreement, what it go mean for Salon bilateral relation with the United States? That's one of the big issues and we they deal with in this edition. Also now the show, if you don't follow the news, you gonna say one big issue where seem for the make the news gets for do it. The chairman for the Sierra Leone People's Party, where Najimi Batilo Songa, we Yeriam na one clip where they address people na the party. We talk for say where the term go for reach President Bioga for send message regarding who go for be the next flag bearer and at that then go fly with. A lot of concern don't come from the membership and other people say if na then leader when a President Bioga for appoint person or they're supposed to go to the ballots and let them vote and pick who that's the want as a flag bearer. We go hear from Moses Mambo waiting exactly na the message where then lead then chairman be the pass inside that particular statement say we make. Also, now the show this morning, we go for talk to the Lawyer Society. Yesterday, they issue a statement, also then concern and then they call for an urgent medical and psychosocial support for Zainab Sharif and other inmates them we need them. These are the issues where we discuss in this edition of the show.
All right, we got plenty issues then this morning. Big issues, babala issues, where they can look at this morning. That the breakfast show. So not gonna wait, stick with we. Continue for the with we, share the program. Also send we your thoughts, your comment on any of the issues them where we they can discuss this morning. Don't forget for through your support for we Sierra Leonean sister where they represent Sierra Leone na the international stage or na the global stage right now, May and Kone, where na the Miss World Sierra Leone. They out there, they do remarkable things, them showcasing Sierra Leone, showcasing the beauty of Sierra Leonean women, and also showcasing the intelligence of we Sierra Leonean women. Them yesterday, I watched a clip of Marian. It just blew me away for see how a young Sierra Leonean at 22, Gen Z for that matter, it gets a global platform. It is showcase Sierra Leone. They talk about how these drugs don't ravage we youth them. It showcase a story of a best friend who then go school. For Marian, unfortunately, it all lost time party to drugs. So now some of the things that this Marian they talk about. So there's a beauty pageant. It's not just about beauty. It's not just about going there, showcasing fashion. It's about where do you get up there? How you able for make your presentation? How you able for make a case? For tell the world what you country they go through. That is what exactly Marian did yesterday. That a huge platform where it gets for showcase the world say Sierra Leone is battling with a pandemic. Sierra Leone is battling with drugs. We slowly they lose we youthful population to this dangerous substance. But again, now people that they bring come na the country. And not just they come out na country they wouldn't say that they come out come. Now we Sierra Leoneans then they ship am come just because someone want for make fast cash, just because someone want for live the luxurious life. You want for wear luxury, you want for drive luxury cars, you want for wear designer things them. Then at the detriment of other person picking. Now look at young people them. They don't turn zombie them. They don't turn people away they pick na streets. They don't turn people away it be said and they even eat food from dirty box. Come on. If now you picking, if now you sister, if now you brother, how you they feel? You know, that make me like say it age to them, Lord, uno for the talk. Lord, just left them to God. Let God be the judge. Let God continue for embarrass them. Like I they embarrass some of them now. So you know, it's so stressful looking at some of them videos, then they will can see that the social media. But anyway, today is about Marian, so please kindly throw your support as a Sierra Leonean. Now turn this whole world for come together and support with Sierra Leonean sister where they out there, they do amazing things them. And not only follow the Miss World, but yesterday I get an opportunity for stumble on a video was I Marian they make a presentation. I felt really proud as a Sierra Leonean, of course, as a Sierra Leonean woman, seeing a young girl out there flying the green, white, and blue. Kudos, Mariam. We are here rooting for you. Go to the Miss World page. Let we get Mariam the trend. We know say we are small, about 8 million plus population, but with that 8 million day, we go give we support to Mariam. So you can do anything in your little way. Post her on your social media handles. Ensure that Mariam get a recognition where it need out there. It's a stiff contest.
Now that's actually we need for stress on Khadija, the postings when they do them because I don't they follow and maybe don't they come on live from time to time. They call on the public for really rally behind them because one thing they go then they look for not just how you present yourself, but you can't get for roots for you. And they don't they encourage people say when you post anything we get for do with the Miss World, ensure so you find the official handle and you tag them because now when they notice the tag where you tag say the country really the roots for the person, it be applause to them. She is doing a very fine job out there. It represents the country. Forget about the controversies about in Goan. This has to do with Sierra Leone now. Na in Donde na the picture. Na in the face of Sierra Leone right now where they represent the country in the world. You can't take that away. No matter how you feel, no matter what you think. Just think salon, think big, and ensure say this time we throw his support behind Mariam, you know. Now, possibly we don't follow. The last time we Gen Z show I have been host them. I had a lot of fun that they will be there at the TV. They talk about the experience, how people they perceive them, how you know for care about how people they perceive you, but believe in yourself. And I believe in one thing that they don't push Mariam for God that far. A believe in himself, it knows he gets a goal where they work towards, and she's just pushing. So let we just rally behind them and sure so you tag the Miss World 2026 so that then go able for no say Sierra Leone is rooting for Mariam. She's not just there alone, but the country, we as citizens serve there behind them for say we green, white, and blue, we care and concern any side of flag day, we care and concern.
All right. It's not all the time we put we energy on politics. Sure. Let we put we energy on positive things them where we don't they push out there, push the country, push the green, white, and blue. Let we throw in we energy to Marian where they out there, they support Sierra Leone, they support the green, white, and blue. Go Marian, who well, let's wait on Friday. We they throw a glass for you for sure, say we they root for you, we home, we they see what you they do, we they see the lot of energy where they put at 22. You are already representing your country. That kind huge platform where you get. We are proud of you, girl, and we are rooting for you. Not all tell no more negative news about Sierra Leone on the social media. Where we get one positive one, let we grab them and run with them, put away all with differences, all the controversies. It's time for support this young lady for ensure say actualizing dreams of actualizing dreams of representing Sierra Leone at the global stage. Right, we continue the breakfast show right away. We go to the magistrate court. If we all can remember the case of Dawsey Jallow and Adma Bio Jallow, with one Italian businessman done day before Magistrate Bremaja for long term, and for some time, Adma Bio Jallow and Dawsey Jallow, the lawyer, when Melro Nicole, be asked for a no case submission. Where yesterday finally Magistrate Bremaja don't get in ruling, and he don't send this case na the High Court for let the trial go continue there, because he believes say Adma Bio Jallow and Dawsey Jallow get a case for answer. Let me join Maya to Bangura when we court reporter for let tell we waiting exactly be happen yesterday before Magistrate Bremaja been send this case to the High Court.
After we Adma Bio Jallow spent 13 to 14 days na CID headquarters na Freetown for alleged gold fraud and robbery investigation case of $210,000 from 2 Italian citizens them. And he been returned July 23 this year from police custody. And during Adma Bio Jallow in detention at CID, a man when Dawda Jallow, police been put him as wanted. And July 2nd this year, police finally charged Adma Bio Jallow and Dawda Jallow na Pademba Road Magistrates Court with 11 counts charged them, like conspiracy to defraud, obtaining money by false pretense, robbery, money laundering, and other criminally related charge them. Also, they make 6 appearances before Magistrate Mustafa Bremaja at the Pademba Road Magistrates Court number 1. As this matter they continue, Monday, August 24, Magistrate Mustafa Bremaja don't commit Adma Bio Jallow and Dawda Jallow as it been dismissed the no case submission with the defense counsel Melron Nicole Wilson been filed. And during the last proceeding, the state prosecutor Yusuf Isaac Sise replied to the no case submission and highlight some evidence them against the 2 defendants before the court. Magistrate Mustafa Bremaja continues say the prosecution don't provide enough evidence before the court where proof say Adma Bio Jallow and Dawda Jallow gets case for answer. We make it don't send the matter na High Court so that the Bio Jallow family go continue the trial. For Liberty Online TV, Mina Maya to Mbangura.
Welcome back. You still watch the breakfast show where they come to you live na Liberty Online TV, and na the show this morning we tell una say we get big issues them where we dey discuss and decide where we dey start, and the one we get to do with the concern from the United States Foreign Relations Committee. Osai senior ranking member we na Janice Shehen be raise concern na this particular hearing where they been get this BNTM for talk to the ambassador designate to Salone we get for CAM. When they made the interview during the interaction, one of the concern that we CAM gets for do with Sierra Leone where they accuse they don't violate part of the third country deportee agreements. Let we watch the clip. Osai then be the interview the ambassador designate to Sierra Leone where na Daniel Travis is supposed for CAM Salone after they go to approve them. But let we just watch and listen to the concern we CAM, then we can discuss if truly Salone violates this particular agreement, what it go mean for the bilateral relationship between Salone and the United States. Let we watch.
In its third country agreement with the United States, for which the U.S. provided $1.6 million, Sierra Leone committed to upholding its international legal obligations, including not sending vulnerable individuals, migrants, back to countries where they would face torture, persecution, or death. There is now credible evidence that Sierra Leone is violating this commitment. So, if confirmed, do you commit to reporting back to this committee on the implementation of that third country national agreement, and to also raising with the government of Sierra Leone any violations that they may be doing of that agreement?
Thank you for that question, Senator. I've seen media reports on what you're commenting on. If confirmed, I can assure you that I will advocate that this government of Sierra Leone that they comply with all of their agreements with the United States government, to include third country national agreement, to the letter.
Thank you. In your statement, you talked about the finite limits of U.S. diplomacy, but after the 2023 presidential election in Sierra Leone, the previous ambassador played a key role in brokering an agreement for national unity between the ruling party and the opposition party, and that ushered in key reforms. As you look at that agreement, what still needs to be done under that agreement to ensure that Sierra Leone's next election doesn't result in another wave of violence?
Thank you, Senator. Yes, the agreement that Ambassador Hunt helped to negotiate, I think is a very important one. My understanding is that they have come up with 80 recommendations out of that agreement. I am not familiar with the specifics of how much progress they've made, but I understand that they're not near half. So you can be assured that if confirmed, I will make progress an important priority for me, working with our partners who helped to negotiate that agreement, and the government and civil society to make sure that we get where we need to go. As you know, the violence of Sierra Leone's civil war is like a cloud over all Sierra Leonean politics and civil life. And so I think we'll have strong commitment from both sides on the political fronts in Sierra Leone to move forward.
All right, well, that's not be the part of the conversation will be happen as the interview the U.S. designate ambassador to Salon, Daniel Travis. Also, a question and answer be actually they happen between the senior Senate members them and they respond. One of the concerns like yourself just see clearly we raised during the hearing gets for do with that $1.5 million that supports where government been sign an agreement for a third country deportee agreements. People and they will been come out in different country, then come salon under that agreement say, but of late we be land say some of them don't begin go back na then country. I think this news don't reach the United States and they are not happy with that because they say them people are not supposed to go back because they pose threat to them. We make Salon agree, say, then they take the money and carry the people them na Salon. Well, for that we can talk about if truly Salon violates this, what it go mean for the two countries the relationship because we hear the ambassador, although you know come it, but they don't designate and say for Cam Salon, it's nothing we go follow up with and it go ensure say Salon keep to we own parts of the bargain. For can talk about this morning, I want for welcome at the studio and international relations and diplomacy analyst when I'm Mulku Sulaiman Bangura. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mabel, and thanks for having me.
All right, let's just quickly get a flashback. Also, we begin all of this. We see under former Foreign Minister Timothy Kaba, Salon be signed this particular agreement when at the third country deportation agreement. There were questions from the press for no the full details about this particular agreement, but unfortunately, we don't get all waiting be the inside the agreement. But we don't reach a stage usai a Senate like that in the US, they raise concern and then concern says Salon don't violates part of this agreement, sending the people and back na the country, we know to that Salon been signed to. Firstly, tell we what you think about this particular agreement where the country be going to, but the public, I am not sure, gets full details of waiting be there inside there. Yes, then go sign them on behalf of the country. We all cannot sign it, but then sign them and people be done they ask waiting the inside the agreement, but we not been get the full details. Waiting that be mean for us. Also we start to also with now.
Thank you so much, Mabel. The third country national agreement, not too strange or new thing. Different countries that don't sign them in the past, and this is only exist for so long, so it's not a new phenomenon. In fact, I go sit there and say one country we don't benefit immensely and tremendously from that TCNA agreement is Rwanda. And then they use that for actually boost the economy in the past, but I'll come to that later. We like how you rightly say, I think within also and the other sister programs the way we raise the concern that we on agreement we will sign. It was done much in secrecy, right? So in diplomacy, they can call an agreement through diplomatic notes. Then do between foreign affairs minister, the erstwhile minister we go, and with the U.S. government. We write for ask questions. We write for poke holes into the agreement. We'll be correct, when you look at it now, because we not see the agreement. We don't know what's in the details of the agreements. We know they don't come and show them at all. They're not even table on a parliament for the parliament look at them and discuss them. Then according to them, they say, well, it not be necessary at the point in time, and this is where we are. And we go agree, say we go accept 300 deportees from the United States when ECOWAS nationals. This is basically the whole ECOWAS passports. And according to what's out there in the public, now with this Senate hearing, it poses a lot of questions. But according to what's out there in the national and the public, they say we hold them for between 14 to 30 days, right? In between that 14 to 30 days, we're supposed to take them to their home country. Now, except if the individual, that person will be caught, if not in home country or the passport will hold, that person they didn't want them for a crime or they want for prosecute them, or because most of these people now people that within our US, we were caught in between the US foreign foreign policy, the foreign policy and the domestic policy. People that were going to the US, we then found wanting, they not get adequate papers, and some of them now felony offense then called they arrest them for, or then gets that kind of charges then at the not in profile. Now then people then deal with the tick, then according to the profile of what they tell you. You understand? And then say them people that are waiting cow them, we're supposed to take them, process them, then they for a bit, and then we send them to them countries if they're okay. That's now it's in the out there in the public, which we know. And then government go ahead and contract Canvas Solutions. Now, Canvas Solutions, I've never heard about Canvas Solutions. I don't want to hear about Canvas Solutions. And for me, we want to see how they come about for contact Canvas Solutions. Waiting at the procurement policy we then put in place. Waiting at the bid. People bid out there. And I can realize, say, upon research, Canvas Solutions, Patrick Robin, get Canvas Solutions. And I mean, he has the pedigree. He has the experience. Currently, according to what I see, even though USAID don't close, I don't think he updating LinkedIn profile. He still put and they say he work for USAID, but I'm sure update him because USAID is closed. He has extensive humanitarian experience. He don't handle refugees and people in the past. However, we don't see this man at any point in time and vet him. And we the public, we don't know which he presents able to take care of them people here. So in partnership with the government, we just know more than get Canvas Solutions. And the worst part, we don't know how to ask Canvas Solutions. The people, the media, don't know how to ask Canvas Solutions. What's going on? What's in they happen? Now this don't come out, say we don't breach the agreement, right? We don't know exactly how we breach the agreement because we don't even see the agreement. So which part by the agreement, is being breached, and waiting they go on and waiting they happen. So these are all waiting also on this entire situation. Also, we don't find ourselves. So I feel like if I say this government then owe an explanation because waiting they go on so now they tell on us. First of all, Senator Jean stated 1.6 million, and waiting they tell waiting they out there in the public now 1.5 million. Did she make a mistake? Or 1.6 million, but 1.5 million in theory? That's a big question they're out there for ask. Because within all over the public now 1.5 missing. But Senator Jean from New Hampshire say now 1.6. So that's a question for us.
Cool. The relationship between Sierra Leone and that of the US from the public eye not don't seem for be rosy for the last 1.5 or 2 years from the term we then put with us on a partial ban onto the term we then put out a permanent ban on visas. Then now we see, although not to say I don't know what happen, we still say the US saying they moved the visa processing center to Liberia. And with this new development through the interview where the designate ambassador to Sierra Leone go, a lot of things reveal. It shows say the US they pay attention to each and every agreement where they don't sign with Sierra Leone, starting from the tripartite agreement where former Ambassador Hunt been facilitated onto this one when at the third country agreement where they get questioned about. You think with this new ambassador and with this new foreign minister, a lot of scores there for settle?
Absolutely. You framed the question correct. We say this somewhere. The US, they watch we way more than we they watch it. They have spies. I mean, that's sacrosanct. They have spies. Then they watch and they keep an eye on everything. If the senator not be don't say this, now the Senate hearing almost 2 weeks ago, like I don't think the larger part of Sierra Leone for be no say we don't breach the agreement. If we just don't go under the radar, because nobody know they know who that for ask, nobody know they know who that go talk to, who that go reach out to. So they are actually keeping an eye on everything and they're watching us and they're listening. And so it's incumbent on us, we as a Sierra Leone, as a country, as a nation. If we don't sign an agreement, we don't agree, say this is what is going to be done and this is how it's going to be done, make we carry out unto the letter. Make we do unto the letter. It's just an act of good faith. It's just the right thing to do when you sign a contract, right? Anything when you do against that contract goes against what you not agree, and it gets consequences. And finally, the consequences are the people that they face the consequences. So just like what you mentioned, so the tripartite agreement. I mean, there were 80 recommendations, right? With the political between APC and SLPP then go plus the moral guarantors, then sign, they agree. Sadly, so those 80 recommendations, they be supposed to go, then sign a parliament to become a TT, become an agreement, bound, right? That hasn't been done. And a part of that 80 recommendations, we don't see this administration don't take a little bit of 1, 2, 3 things, don't add on to the constitutional amendment bill and add caveats to it. So we are still playing with ourselves. We still not look to understand what we go with. And if we continue down this path, down this road, with the several relations, we stand the threat for several relationships with international partners, not only the United States. We stand a threat for several relationships with international partners, and that's not looking good for Sierra Leone. So I think we need to come back to the drawing board. Yes, I know say we are a sovereign nation, we get right for make decisions, because that's the argument when they go post, oh, we are a sovereign nation, we get right for do what we want to do, we get right for make decisions on our own, and all that good stuff. But no nation can stand alone. You need partnerships. No nation can stand alone. You still need partnerships. And it's just the right thing for the way the people in want, where the people in desire. If we don't go sit down at home, we don't count on agreement, saying that this will they do, 80 recommendations and don't sign them. I think an act of good faith is for take that agreement, make sure, one by one, una carry out and execute accordingly. And I will not forget, that tripartite agreement, they executing it. The MCC compact hinges on that, right? That MCC compact promises $480 million. Right, we go for support transmission and distribution of the energy. We Nant Power get for basically done right now. Where they do so much for construct and for give light. Right, if that light come, we need a very solid infrastructure in place, a solid grid system for distribute and transmit. So we need that MCCD. We need that money there in this country. So we want to see commitment, more commitment from the government side for sure. Say yes, okay. You know what? I think the trade-off now is if we go against the 80 recommendations, we might stand the chance for lose this money. And if we lose this money, also will go get them back. Okay, also we get for raise this 480 million. So the best thing for do, okay, we need this money for the people, because at the end of the day, when lights come, we go see growth in every sector that we do this the right thing. That's an act of good faith.
The questions we surround the implementation of the tripartite committee recommendations. Now, one way, an eye opener.
Yes.
Because after the committee then work, then present the report to His Excellency. Bokuman feels say that's the end.
Yes.
Although some implementation them don't they come, but they focus on electoral reforms.
Yes.
Just like within the Senate members then say, all of these former ambassador Brian Hunt be in the middle for make sure say what happen in 2023 no happen again, considering the history of Sierra Leone when it comes to violence and elections. What in this they tell government, especially the just should I say incoming or the new Minister of Foreign Affairs?
He has a lot of work to do. That's no secret. And these people then they pay attention to all these agreements, to all these things. And reneging on the agreements and reneging on whatever the Longo sit down for do might have a negative blowback on this country as a whole. So he has a lot to do, first of all, for reassure the American government and the American people that we are serious about whatever we are doing, and we and then committed for follow. I have to say this. Now, this same thing they happened when President Donald Trump enforced we kind of power for the first time, 2018, right? When it come and start blowing and raising the alarm, say, Sierra Leone, when I get a lot of students where they will stay, when I get a lot of people where they go under, and then they come back, now they get on back, and he started complaining. And they asked at the time the Secretary of State and and the US ambassador for engage with IASU. But we see much wasn't done. They do one or two things. I think they may even repatriate one or two people. But there are other things where they ask for, let we do, we will not do. And the thing kept, looming and kept stretching. And we see now what's happened when President Trump come back in second time. We find ourselves in this kind of situation. So they always don't try for engage with we. They always don't try for draw we attention to some of them things there. The good thing is that Senate hearing there, when you listen to them, right? These are kind of like points where they just raise to the designated ambassador. Say, we don't notify them, we don't notice them here, we don't notice them down. How you plan for handle them. So we still get a window for this ambassador when he assuming in position, assuming responsibility for engage. Right, we foreign the foreign minister will come now. Foreign affairs minister will come. So it's an opportunity. Foreign affairs don't get leakage. Foreign affairs minister don't get leakage now. So okay, these are some of the concerns. Now, a need for come up with a strategy how for really engage Daniel Travis and let them come to the table, because that's what the senator is asking. How you plan for engage? And Daniel Travis answer say a plan for get direct conversation, direct contact, and raise the issue there so with the government. So that's what we're looking forward to. But this time we're not just lip service. We want when they say they do this, make them do one to the
because
to
that's
the
our say this strategy where they suggest the now foreign minister rather sorry for pay attention to where they come, they don't get leakage and all of that. What's difference it will really make, because we don't interview the former Minister of Foreign Affairs. We all know the response we don't give from where they ban Salon for issues United Nations continue the United States continue for raise concerns. When you ask government, the answers then where they can get to the public, can seem like the issue that serious compared to the country where they raise their concerns them. Because if not the thing with government they don't present to the public about the situation compared to waiting we hearing at that Senate hearing, it's quite different. Because the impression where they don't give everything seems for the work, then they talk diplomacy is going on, they are having meetings, but when you ask how fruitful their meetings, then they don't then go say it's ongoing. Whose new strategy really Salon need for take for address the concerns them whether US Senate they don't raise?
Mabel, honestly speaking, from where I am sitting, when I see the constitutional amendment bill when they presented at Parliament on first reading, when I look at the instruments inside that building, the first question I ask myself, just that I'll not be perhaps published and talk. I'm like, wait, we get 80 recommendations when we don't agree to. And those 80 recommendations, and they're out there in the public. Just a simple search will show you all the 80 recommendations. When you look at the constitutional amendment bill, right, on electoral reforms, right? Some of the things that we won't see and they, okay, and some of the things where they add there, then go add caveats they were not there inside the tripartite agreement. For me, it is an alarm. Say, we don't go against the agreement. So would that they hold them accountable? Would that they hold the administration accountable? For me, it became a concern for me. And if it became a concern for me, the one that will be sitting on the moral guarantors, we stood as witness, obviously is a concern to them. This is a sign for sure. Say all the moral guarantors and all the partners that will be involved in that agreement, they are all uneasy at the moment. They're all on sit on say, waiting they go on, so not to waiting they agree, not to waiting they sign. Now you can't talk about strategy. I don't know the incumbent for the the incumbent foreign minister, foreign affairs minister personally, but I know him as a very intelligent man and a very tactful man because he don't survive under this administration since this administration can have power. And for making you survive in politics in this kind of thing, you have to be very savvy. You have to be a very intelligent and savvy man. I can tell you for a fact that he is an intelligent and savvy man. What are they expect him for do in this position now? He has his work cut out for him from the onset. The strategy, as you ask, what I go want him for do. I think at some point in time, you get for engage with the leadership in the administration, the president, and point out some of the negative effect if we go against this agreements like the tripartite agreement. Make it clear to make you understand. We might lose, number one, it might affect the current land power project. Thinking DFC can decide to say, well, as for now we show we power, because we don't tell alone to do this, not one. The money we will give una for build this power plant, we hold them back. It might affect that infrastructure development. It might affect, right? Don't forget, they mentioned upon this Senate hearing, the Lunge Bridge. They already don't sign a pact last year with ARCO Foundation, with Pennsylvania, right? Then currently they try for raise funds, financing, and work on the financing model for building Lunge Bridge. Okay, that might be put to halt. And you say, okay, well, with the ULA, and we need infrastructure in this country. Because when the infrastructure, do you know how many jobs currently people can get? Local got jobs right now because of that non-power project. Those people might go jobless. That's a threat to your economy, a threat to your nation. So the minister really need to point out some of the things there and say, look, we are negotiating from a position of weakness. We currently not get the foothold for really act up on sovereignty at this point in time. Now, they don't present an opportunity. We say it will be a win-win situation. All we need for do, just do the right thing. Perhaps that strategy they go appeal to the president in conscience, and maybe they will get a turnaround. And because if they present and say the people need this for happen, we hope and we pray say the president will really think of posterity, will really think of the poor man, will really think of the layman where they struggle for getting in day to day, right? For let this country we get peace, tranquility, and at the same time economic development. So that strategy might work. And this time around, when they agree on something, he has to ensure that agreement, right, number one, be made to the public. Let we know. So that we go serve as moral guarantors, quote unquote, and we go serve as auditors for telling us, una be agree say una go do X, una be agree say una do Y, but we see different things. Waiting they happen, this might have an effect on the bilateral relationship or multilateral relationship with international partners. So please, una ensure una do the right thing. They have to do that. He has to do that because for example, this TCNA agreement, it was sadly done, and not only that, let not forget, the former foreign affairs minister made an agreement also. We be I go say that they use the same diplomatic note for that America First Global Health agreement, where they decide say they give the U.S. government access to me and you to medical data, right? All the medical information, the US get access to it. Then decide that they're not able in the parliament. Then go and strictly decide that they agree and pass that bill. They make that agreement, not to bill, they make the agreement. That's a risk. That's a risk. Me not give me consent for let the US government or anybody in the US give me get access to medical data. What if they want to do the experiments?
But with all their many agreements here, where I remember at some point where this be they come to the citizen through the social media. So maybe the question say the country through the foreign ministry be they giving a lot to the US then request.
Yes.
But with all of that, things not go as planned. Also, salon go wrong in terms of negotiations, signing then deals here with the US government, but yet still during the incoming ambassador interview, a lot come on a door. Say things are not going as then they paint and for be.
I think they go wrong because they be in a rush for mend the relationship, the sinking relationship with the United States government. But I think that they do it the wrong way. That's one approach. They do it the wrong way. That's one of the reasons, right? I mean, yes, we want to mend the relationship with this current administration. We need them because it's depreciating. Every single day depreciates. Look now, the proclamation where the Secretary of State make say then they reduce the presence in Africa and the visa processing centers, and we were listed as one of the countries. So whatever engagement has been happening, clearly not enough for keep we nada in good books, not enough. So I feel like for say the approach was wrong. First of all, that agreement, now take the TCNA agreements now, the third country national agreement. How you go agree for repatriate or for accept 300 people for $1.5 million? Now chicken change that. Now chicken change. Rwanda agree for accept 250 people. You know almost so low break and down. 300 people for $1.5 million. It means say total for that 300 people in there. For one person, at $5,000, now we spend per one person. $5,000. We're now like approximately street rate 119 million. So instead of 190 million, are they all the processing fees, the legal fees, the repatriation, hotel, all things feeding every single day. Now inside that 190 million, it's not enough. Rwanda negotiated a better deal. Rwanda for 250 people, they say when I give you $1 million for one person. I made the US government paid $1 million for one person for 250 people. So that whole agreement for me was done in a rush. But at the same question they ask, why we they in a rush for go answer and make these agreements without properly thinking through them, discussing them? Then you can't present something so we say, okay, well, you know what, let me get back to now. Let me take this to the people that we get sense past week. Let me take this to more people that we get, more ideas, more get understanding about agreements and stuff. Let me discuss them and then we will come back to now. Waiting wrong with that. Waiting wrong would say, okay, now we agree for do this thing, but what else? What can we do for improve the situation? What can we do? Because if people like for saying just present we and then we not ask for anything in return. That's what I'm seeing from all of within the Apple. So, or we not effectively communicate to the administration for say, yes, we're willing for do this, but what are you guys going to give us in return? Right? Perhaps it wasn't properly or effectively communicated, or there was no direct engagement with the powers that be where they in charge for make these decisions. Where it come back to always when they talk about lobbying. I always want to talk about the fact say we are not lobbying enough with this current administration. You see, if you listen to the Senate, that's Daniel Travis repeatedly talk over and over say they need Sierra Leone. They need we.
But you don't hear US government saying they hire a lobbying firm in the United States.
We don't know what's in that whole agreement today. We don't know what's in that happen. I've just watched something on Instagram yesterday. Nigeria, they lobby heavily in the White House. Rwanda, they lobby heavily in the White House. Ghana, they lobby heavily. They are paying bottom dollars. And you may ask the question, say, why would they lobby in the United States? Look, you don't joke with anybody when they joke with the US, they joke with your country in very existence. Especially for a small nation like a we win a salon where we still try. When you need that power, you need that resources, you need that access, you need that protection, right? We need them. The US are the only power, the only country where go sit and they bully another country, then go say no, we they protect this country. We not ever sit down in Russia, we not say out China, we not say out another country. So we need the US the protection, we need the US the market, we need access to the United States, we need for maintain that bilateral relationship at all costs.
you feel say salon we
Well, not at all cost, but
salon
we down.
salon we dey see we self we dey value we self like how the US for example know say we get something where they need because this same hearing when they begin for talk you go hear Daniel really the stress like you said just now say Sierra Leone is a good place to be for them business where they want.
Yes.
Then seem for the place that kind of value upon salon where in response we not only see how salon they push for like we know say we get resources where the United States for example because they make it clear the relationship now with countries in Africa Sierra Leone for example not so like that it's Sierra Leone just a give aid it's a give and take thing now are we ready for that?
Yes, we are ready. However, let's not joke with agreements, as I say. The reason why I say we are ready, because through the private sector, we don't see an investment in the energy sector through the dance power project. In addition to that, we don't see DFC with TCP Power and the Longo side, the LNG $150 million pact. That's demonstration. Say we demonstrate semblance of readiness. However, we have to be very careful because these people are not stickler for the rules when they give them money. They're very concerned about what you want to agree on. And they want, of course, he who pays the piper calls the tune. If me give me money, now me they determine what I want. Okay? And that money, they not for say they give and for just give sake. No, then they ensure say the infrastructure has been done. Like things are being done. We they see the development, we they experience them, we they feel them. Right? By next year, March, when that power plant will begin get lights, then we go understand. People will begin get an understanding of what are the talk so now. Say this administration need for really pay attention to what in the US government dimension. So now, if you notice, there's also something where he mentioned, where Senator Jean mentioned that on the critical mineral agreement, right? Are happy because from the sources last few months, the US government they may not get frustrated because we don't agree for sign the critical minerals deal with them. And then China hear about this. And China came in and presented a $300 million deal, right? But thank God, because of this Senate hearing, we here understand, see, we rejected that $300 million agreement, see, which is a good thing for us. So meaning the US is still open to come in and invest in over $300 million, right? Into the critical minerals deal. What do you prefer? A US company invested in this country or a Chinese company? I'm not getting anything against the Chinese people. Honestly, they have done so well for us. But for me, when you compare the two, the one way they take care of their staff them better, the one way they provide better conditions of service, I prefer an American company because I've worked for them before. So I prefer an American company to, the other alternatives. I'm not getting anything against the Chinese government. They have done so well for us, especially in terms of education and helping with the infrastructure as well. But me prefer, right, the US for Canada, so get mining companies, hire people in, and then they extract. But this time around, we have to be careful. Coming back to what I say, if we make their agreements there, especially this critical mineral agreement, let like a just extract and go. No, we don't want that anymore in this country. We want when they extract them process. If they're waiting the common so let not just be the raw material. Let be at least either finished or semi-finished product. And then whatever they go to Elon Musk in data center, now finished or semi-finished, and they go to the balance state. But that agreement that they need for be careful about signing it. They need for ensure say the Sierra Leonean population, the people that benefit for the next 50 years, right? Let them not just agree to anything because we want for cozy up to the United States. This is exactly what you talk about. Where don't they happen before? Oh, they go sign this agreement. Will they feel say they go mend the relationship with we and the US? But they not even do anything. Any scratches surface. So lobbying is one thing. We need for lobby actively. And the lobbying therefore go towards, look, we are willing to give you access to our critical minerals. But what are we getting in return? And it has to be something of value, something where the people, ordinary people, will benefit immensely for the next 50, 60 years, 100 years. Because now God don't put them critical minerals in there. So what do we get? Well, technically now we don't there, now we get her. But let me take care of them and let the people and everybody from 1930s in the mine diamond in this country. Look how they 30 they look outside Sierra Leone. We're able to enjoy the benefits of those extractions. Even the deals they see with the mining companies and they sign. Then they say that they give this Adam corner every year or they see boko money where they give. But we know they feel the development. We know they see them. And then we need to see purchasing power they improve. We need to see that kind of infrastructure. So something is wrong with these agreements.
What are the possibilities then for get a win-win situation in all of this? Because we don't pass the mid of this 2026. We know so by the time we're going to 2027, we go for the top politics. And even the replacements with the president make currently in administration. When you talk to people where they come out from governments, they can't tell you say na strategic position and they give people go make them win the next election. Very soon an election topic then go they focus on rather than the agreements they are where they come up now. So what are the possibilities of a win-win situation?
That's a very good question, Mabel. What thing me go look at for now, honestly, whatever agreement they have to sign, and then we for do one between now and the next 6 months, and then we for do one the right way. And funnily, when most of these people they come in good faith, right? They want to help people, they want to employ, they want to pay taxes, they want to start the company, they want to invest big time, right? The problem is most of the people they work in the front, then people there. So first when they can look at was that their own personal benefits, their own personal they own waiting they can forget, right? Waiting they can for take. That's the first thing. And once that investor spots that greed they pay you, it exploits them. That's what they do. That's why we most of the deals are really not really good. They're bad deals because the people that when they meet, greed first of all line they present, and investors they dwell in greed because number one, I don't want to overpay for stuff. That's what they're all thinking. That's what they're all saying. Everywhere in the world they will go for cheap labor. They want cheap labor, and labor is not cheap. Labor is quite expensive, right? And so if you present greed, the first way they do, they have control of how they pay staff. Secondly, they might even look for ways not for pay certain taxes. And because you don't present the greed from the first place. So one of the strategies is this. Please, this is an appeal. People learn, we don't get sense. The Sierra and they don't learn, they don't understand how some of these things work. When you're presented with these deals, please let greed take the back seat. Let the people first of all they take the forefront. Let the people in concerns, let the people in benefit first. You don't greed, yes, put them back. You go get for enjoy. But I'm telling you, if you get a family, right, of 4 or 5 people, and you just want that money all for yourself, you get forget calls now for give them family they are back. So that money you get for pull back for give them family because you don't want to see them suffer. But if you present and provide a platform, a situation, Usai, all 4 or 5 of them people there, then family there, then the benefits, then they get monthly money. And you say, you don't get any much for give again. Because now when they say family meeting, all money pull 1 loan, then put. It better pass you pull all the 5 loans or 6 loans. So that thinking in we forget as Sierra-Leoneans. Say, they think about the general populace, they think about the masses, they think about the less privileged, they think about the people that were not there inside their rooms and when they make them decisions and those strategic decisions, right? That should be the thought of the one way that they face with, the one way because when they come, then they meet people there. Not the government, at the administration, and have conversations with them. So please, for answer your question, I think my thoughts and my appeal not to the duty bearers, the one the way they're in charge. Let them put greed aside. Let these agreements, especially national agreements, especially investment agreements, let them able for take and table them to people that we get sense, people that we understand contract laws, people that we understand how to interpret some of their agreements there, and see who side the benefits we, and also see who side we not go be like it go there against the benefits, and then ensure say these agreements protect the average Sierra-Leoneans and the average Sierra-Leonean benefits from it.
All right, many thanks. Oh, cool. They can go into we next segment now, but before we go into that next segment, we'll be one for look at this issue. We reach out to the government, one of the government spokesperson them, when Imran Sila, and they don't agree for there this morning with Mulko for discuss these issues from the government side. But yesterday, reach out to Liberty TV again, say the Minister of Foreign Affairs said they don't want for discuss these issues yet. Now the media media as then they try for put together a press release where they go issue out anytime soon before then go come out now to the media and talk about the government position. So if you see government not begin talk about these issues yet now the media, they say then they put together a press release outside and go talk and address some of the issues that will come out from this Senate committee interview. Many thanks. We join. Yes.
Okay,
Quickly.
I just want to quickly list some of the things that we don't breach because their family understand. One, they say we don't breach the principle of non-refoulement undertakings. Under Article 33 of the 1951 Refugee Convention, if you repatriate person back to the country side and go hot time, you don't breach the contract. Number two, they say forced repatriation, violation of protection orders by force with the repatriate people. And according to the agreement, we will not see, they say that they go against the agreement. And number three, they say discrepancy in transfers. When the people then come, we rush them, right, for sending go. So far, I think 32, we don't receive 32 and we don't send 22. But that 22 day, they say we don't rush them. We don't send them go before the period, the waiting period of 2 weeks to 30 days, right? And these are some of the items that with the list, and then there are more about 4 or 5 of them. But these are the areas that outside and say we don't breach. But the funny thing is, contracts will me you not see, we not read, we not understand. How we gonna say they breach? So this is the question we they don't put up in the air. Where governments need for can answer. So maybe this minister will come and say, okay, let's look the agreements with family. Waiting and say we don't breach them because according to what we agree, we do according to what they say. You understand? And it's when you look at the contrary views, all of this. If America they deport, then people are so right to Sierra Leone for the we send them go to another country, and then can say, oh, I don't breach because now I'm for send them go to the country of origin. But aren't you guys doing the same thing? We're on the deporting to a third country. So it kind of like have a contrarian views if I want to take the middle of, if I want to look at from the other side. When you look at it already, because if you send the person can third country, not of the person can stay out. You say can process the person and send and go in country of origin. If in country of origin can accept them, if you're not under threat, isn't that actually doing the same thing? You go against the principles of refoulement according to the Refugee Convention. So it's basically they're using the heavy hand for judgery because of we're not a junior country. However, if we don't go agree, whatever this agreement we don't agree, we don't accept. So make we do according to what we agree. Because we not think about it before we agree. So make we do the right thing. Make it not come back and bite the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, many thanks, Suleiman. We join with this morning for talk about these issues where they happen now between Sierra Leone, outside the U.S. Foreign Relations Senate Committee. They question now some of the agreements them where Sierra Leone don't get with the United States, especially the one get for the third country agreement, and also then comment on the implementation of the tripartite report, some of the recommendations them will be there inside it, because according to them, they are worried. They don't want the kind of elections and the violence where then say happen during the 2023 elections happen again. Well, they can go into next segment, so they can talk to Moses Mambu, where the National Publicity Secretary for the Sierra Leone People's Party. If you can remember, a video been go viral then today, Usai, the national chairman for the SLPP, Jimmy Batilo Songa, state and categorically clear say na the current leader, when His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Madabio, therefore select for them who will be the next flag bearer of the SLPP. Well, one SLPP member been taken to in social media platform when Justice Boyma and been say they're ready for resist anybody where President Bio go impose on them as a party. Let me watch this clip of Justice Boyma, then Moses Mambu they will tune on at the studio go respond and he go clarify the statement of Jimmy Batilo Songa.
Today Adonaya for express my dissatisfaction over a very serious statement where they come up from the national chairman of the SLPP. I want for let we understand, say the national chairman, Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa, now we own chairman, now we campaign for him, now we fight for him, and we not get no regret for stand behind them, for let continue for be the national party chairman. But we say the national chairman, they make mistake. Now we duty for call them to order. The SLPP as a political party does not belong to any group of individual. It is not a personal property of anybody. It belongs to the people of Sierra Leone. Now I made a call on the Sierra Leone People's Party. I watched the video na TikTok. We say the national chairman call all the constituency chairman and I follow all the statements from the beginning of the video to the end. But what thing draw me attention for that come publicly and call that statement to order. Now when the chairman tell the constituency chairman and say how they as constituency chairman, they not for support anybody at this moment. He also go further for say, he say, therefore wait, let the leader of the party tell them which direction they for go. Then they all go follow suit. No, Mr. Chairman, the SLPP is a democratic political institute. The SLPP belongs to each and every grassroots member of the SLPP. Not to one person get the SLPP. President Biona will leader, but not to index the Sierra Leone People's Party. For let you tell me say, the constituency chairman, the way we elect, therefore wait, and then for go no side, no. It is a stamp on the rights of those constituency chairmen. Then constituency chairman, they determine the grassroots base of the party. They run the political party, but not check among themselves. Not check in government parastatals. How many of these constituency chairmen have you people appointed in prominent positions? How many of these constituency chairmen are playing key roles in their respective district? How many of these constituency chairmen are even playing key roles in the national decision making of our government? But yet when election they come, now the time they call them the party office, they will instruct them what to do. It is a disservice. We need to look back into history. The SLPP, not a dictatorship party, the SLPP is a democratic party. Therefore, the statement where the national chairman make for say, we for wait, let the leadership of the party decide on which road we want to go. No, it is wrong. The SLPP members, the delegates them, now they get the decision for make, now they for decide who that for lead the SLPP. If President Bio, as a leader of the SLPP, impose anybody or we for say, now this policy I want, therefore all man for vote for them, and that policy they win, they go win conventional, but it not go win national election.
Madam Bioga for bring that commandment to assassin Abu, they count a name. They say, thou shalt be. Thou shalt be. The blood of offense. That down. That down. Eh? That down. That
a lot of debates, especially na the SLPP circle.
If we talk to we constituency chairman across the country, so all of, well, not all, majority of the constituency chairman them, now them the chairman be the talk to.
What's gonna be the meeting? What's gonna be the purpose of that gathering? The way they make them comments in there.
Well, the purpose of the gathering came as a result of us continue to reposition the SLPP for focus on delivery. You remember the president, they don't say this is a year of delivery. So as a party, now government, we get a responsibility for support the government for succeed. Because whatever the government they do so now the party get for use, the new leader will get forget.
Yes.
Whatever the party they do so now, whatever the government they do so now, the successes within the game, the challenges we get, now all of them things that they'll get for use for, we get for form part of the campaign messaging to the people for the 2028 or 2030 elections where you get for come up. So what the chairman they do, what the executive they do now for make sure say we lower down the temperature, lower down the expectation, we don't create tension regarding the next leadership of the party. Because as you know, leadership business and team we can bring a lot of problems.
Did you just say 2020, 2030 elections?
Yes.
What is the 2030 elections? The elections in 2028?
Well, I say either or.
Waiting...
I say 2028 or 20. Well, now debate for another day, not to that they are care for.
No, I just want for we be clear because we not ever the year says Salonga forget election in 2030. It's in 2028.
Or.
Waiting bring the all forget elections in 2030.
Well, fine, debate for another day. If you all go for that debate, you will know come here.
No, we just get unclear.
No, you don't
because you don't ever come at the studio, you talk, you make mention of elections 2028 or 20. But now you don't talk.
No, so what you want get clear, you cannot get it clear. But
it's a discussion where una don't begin get at a party level or at a government level, or una don't engage ECSL because from the ECSL side, the electoral calendar is supposed to be after every 5 years.
Yes.
So from 2023 to 2028, it's 5 years. So elections are due in 2028. But if you they say now 2030,
I know they say now. I know they say 2030. Quote example.
You said 2028. Or 2030.
So either ways, we don't get precedent in this country where election we for happy every 5 years, no happen. We other government claims in as a result of pandemic we didn't get. We push them by 1 year, 6 months extra.
So currently there's a pandemic?
No, I know they say there is a pandemic, so there is a precedent
so why
of election not owing at this country exactly.
It could either be 2028 or 2030.
For that debate.
But you said it here. So
yeah,
if you not been talking,
but for now,
we're not for the ask about them. Now for you just clear the air.
No, and I may have to say.
Why you don't begin put 2030 for election term?
So now I make her say, if now that debate you want, we don't get that time.
You can clear that and we can forge it.
So I say we don't get it. I don't clear. I'm saying there have been precedent in this country where election will happen every 5 years. It don't happen. It happen 1 year, 6 months
so
after.
Foresee that?
Because the other government may say they had confronted with a pandemic.
So
we
you
make them
foresee
push the
that
election.
for repeat itself?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
But that's the instance where you give.
Yeah, but you say like go further. I don't go further. Say there's a precedent. Now this country where election will happen exactly 5 years.
So now precedents will get for you.
I know
repetition.
I know kaya for that debate.
You not kaya for the debate, but you just make mention that you can't leave. You cannot leave our audience confused.
No, they're not confused. So now I'm bringing them. Me now in passing I talk. Now I make I say either or.
So is it
I say
something
2028?
to consider?
Oh no, start considering it. It's important for consider.
Okay.
I know they say it's going to happen, but I say now something what for you consider. Because there's already a laid down precedent in this country where election not happen exactly 5 years. Or even a 3 month extension as prescribed in the 1991 country. But not to down there therefore. With that debate, can this say like we say we are wetting down the waters. We whet the appetite of the citizens. That debate they come, but not to now. It's coming, it's on the way. So what do they do now with the whet the appetite of Sierra Leoneans? Also with that debate they can with the face but not to down there therefore. Which are therefore very, very much important.
Let's go back to the issues within our party.
Thank you.
On a national chairman get a meeting with all the chairmen them, and they make a statement where don't spark a lot of debates. You just listen to a party member when Justice Boyma, they don't come out and say if President Bill impose anybody on them, the person go win the flag bearer, but you not go win the national elections because they're ready for resistance.
Okay, so first of all, I know they have for reply to Justice Boyman. I want to make we get and clear. Me and Justice Boyman not they go for say statement or reply. No. Are they have for continue for educate we party members, stakeholders, and people then we take the chairman's statement out of context. If that include Justice Boyman, then so be it. But are they have for give general understanding of the chairman's statement on that day. Now, the chairman's statement get a foundation and it get a base. So let's begin at that side. I just feel like we the recording owner play, they take out that side because everything where they can say and everything the chairman say, they get a base who side it taken from. They get a base who side is and who side the chairman taken from now from Article 6.1. Article 6 get different category there. So under Article 6 we get A, we get B, we get C. So now under Article 6.1 C, A, now the chairman derived a statement from. And if una permit me, I go read them for the understanding of the general public. Duties of the national officers, that is under Article 6.1c, they come to 1. 1A. 1C, the national party leader. The national party leader shall, I want to underline keyword and where they can use before I answer the statement. Under A, the national party leader shall, A, when elected, he or she shall be the political head of the party. So ma underline that word, shall be the political head of the party and shall provide overall political direction. Underline that word, overall political direction, not half. Political direction and leadership of the party. Underline that word again. So I don't use 3 different words. So now under this article inside the constitution, now everything where the chairman say, now under the base. But what did the chairman try for do? Now for interpret this section, now the layman view, because one of the things one do ahead of 2028 or 2030, a lot of Sierra Leoneans, they can say, SLPP na elitist party, na Bukman they no more na them party, na them pack na SLPP. They not get real grassroots people them where they communicate to grassroots people in their own level, in their own understanding. So now damn the chairman attempted for do. We don't spark public debate. But before I get to that point, make clear everybody understand, say, under Article 4 of SLPP, the Constitution, it prescribes exactly what thing get for happen leading up to we flag-bearer elections. So we SLPP get forget a flag-bearer election as always. Everywhere it's obvious, we still the put box. In 2017, it was obvious that President Biu is going to win the flag-bearer election of SLPP. It be obvious because the momentum, the grassroots support, even though a lot of stakeholders within the party left him, reasons best known to them, but still the support base, the delegates were behind him. We knew
So
that.
if una get for put
when
box,
President Biu,
outside the statement of the chairman come on now saying that President Biu they give una a flag bearer.
so not not saying that President Biu they give we a flag bearer, a base then statement and they under this article where I don't quote to Article 6.1 C A. Now under a base this particular discussion what they get. Now I don't read so the article mention 3 things.
He said that
the leader of the party, now the political head of SLPP. 2, now the leader they provide political direction of the party. So what Jimmy was telling the people was that let everybody wait. Take a deep breath, relax. This party get leadership. When President Biu, when the time is right, the Constitution under this article give President Biu the power for provide general political leadership. He will give me a direction, a political direction on which road we take politically. And I will communicate that road to now. That was all Jimmy was trying to say in a layman perspective. For example, where Jimmy say, the power will give me name. And I will communicate name in the context of providing overall leadership means say, President Biu, after consultation, get for inform the National Executive say, the next delegate conference, they happen in Akenema. That's the name.
Not the name.
Of course, the next delegate conference, the venue will go use na Kenema, na the city hall na Kenema. Now go use. That is the name. But what Jimmy be the try for do, now for make sure say a communicator in a way, so the last man within a village, with a delegate, go understand say the person where they give you political direction on how SLPP they go. The constitution bestowed on President Bill. So una wait, una relax. Delegates go come to Flagbearer candidates. Well, now SLPP don't get any Flagbearer candidates, but intending Flagbearer candidates will come to una. They will meet you. You understand?
So you know in any way, be the try for tell and say now una leader when a president bio go talk or go being successful.
No.
When that name day it go carry go to
no,
membership.
Never. He never said that, and he will never. Dan did not imply. That make us say, I'll be for glad if the recording where he plays starts from the beginning. The beginning, the premise where he based any other statement where he make. The premise was quoting the article, and Jimmy says quote the article directly. So it's Tinapa. So whatever he say, it be Tinapa that article. But don't go back in history. President Bio as an individual don't prove a democratic credentials, not only to SLPP but to Salon. When I remember 2005, I don't know who's you been there, but 2005, President Bio participated in the SLPP convention where brings Solobi as the flag bearer. President Bio came third. Solobi first, Charles Magai second, Solobi third. Now McKinney, he was there. He participated, he lost, he go back.
Mambo, why most times where on a chairman talk, on a party members them, they pick waiting it talk, but when you they come for can address the public and on a members them, you they say not to waiting. They understand it mean.
Yes, you know why? Because
the last time you remember back where been go to about where on a they charge on a people them.
Yeah, for call combat this blah blah blah. Yes.
Then they don't make other utterances again where on a members them believe say waiting it mean now that's na president be when on a leader get for go na a flag bearer. Here you are again the defense say not to that it mean.
Okay, you know what's the difference? Because this executive way council is grassroots driven. We are a grassroots driven executive. Even the way we talk and the way we communicate. We communicate in a way so the least man will able now for move along with the party. And along the way, we left the elitists and behind. So most of the elitists, if the chairman say, for example, the leader will give me a name, they don't implicitly say, now the leader get for choose. But that is not what we meant.
That's boy mad and they do.
Of course, I know they have to reply to.
He came out, made a video and challenged the chairman.
I know they are for.
If they go down that path, some of them no mind for the SLPP lost the election.
The SLPP will never lost the election where they can, whether 2028 or 2030.
Even if the leader give a name to
the leader
Batilo,
will never give a name.
But
the
that's Batilo say.
Not to that Batilo say. Now that's the people that understand that.
What do you understand if he say when the time comes, my leader, the president of the republic, and also the leader of the SLPP will give me a name.
So go back and read the article. Like you understand what he mean based on the fact that the way they explain it. Go back and read the article. I can read that once more, step by step. Let you see the key word them where they inside the article will make the chairman say
the
that.
Article,
now
the article talk about name.
You say what?
The article talk
the
about
name is implicit. I don't tell you say what him with the try for do now for communicate in a way we go capture the mind, the hearts and minds of the grassroots of the party. We're not communicating for the elites of the party.
But
we're communicating
the chairman
for
always a talk. Then on a membership, according to you, they misunderstand. Which type of chairman is he? Where they communicate, then the membership always they get issues with in communication skills. Except you come na the media and try for clarify what you believe say it try for pass as a message down to on a grassroots supporters in your words.
Majority of we party supporters and sympathizers understand exactly what the chairman will talk and a day in line. The few we don't understand because SLPP is a democratic. In fact, we are so democratic because of them democratic, then they can fight against you. Because we not only the cater about the majority within the party, we understand within the chairman the talk. We also get to address the wishes and aspirations of the minority voices or the dissenting voices within the party. When they do, when the chairman address the delegates them inside the office, they all understood the assignment. You will see them the chair up, then the clap. You know, he say problem erupt. or any delegate will be did it, or any chairman will be did it, challenge am or challenge UTC. No, they all understood. So the few way they out there where they understand, now it make a there for make sure say they understand. And for let them understand, if you not give me the time for like really clarify, let them understand. We also now self will continue for confuse them. One, for let them understand further, don't refer them to the article. And the chairman self mentioned the article where it's in Ampa, we make it say what it say. Where the article very clear for say the president, when are the leader, now they provide the overall political direction. Now the president and the guide the processes, their political processes, aspirations on how the party they go. So when the president ready, when a tipper off say, hey, this is the time. Now don't ready so now. Follow do A, B, C, and D. And the chairman will be the first person as the disciple for make sure say it communicates back to the grassroots on waiting now the political direction where the president don't give. And even though the constitution give those mandates to the president, one day the president not take unilateral decision at the SLPP. I can bring you many examples. I don't know many meetings with the president where they say, are they consult with party stakeholders and party leaders, even though the constitution not say so. But any political direction where the president want for give to win at the secretariat, the president they always based in comment, in direction, based on consultation with party stakeholders, party leaders across the board. And they don't demonstrate some two time where the last time I've been there, when I know after being to money. Everybody will go build up to us with conference and being to money on who becomes the chairman or who holds social position. People be the go, them say, for example, Engineer Kanen and President Bio the supporter. Batilo Sunga and President Bio the supporter. When President Bio go to Bitumani, what he do? President Bio they gave him the podium for his statement. Not to so Abikaya who can debate and President Bio say, he say one, he say I not send nobody. He say me I able to talk for myself. He say I know they ever send person for can't talk for me. He say where they are so today, and anything where I say na me talk and I take responsibility of it. He say me President Bio, I not send nobody and I know they support nobody party's convention. He say make the best person, make it win. President Bio demonstrated and the right now with convention. So why not imagine convention for choose executive members? President Bio not take no sides. So why now it will take sides when it comes to the Flagbearer election? But waiting we not do. Now waiting happened to President Kaba.
What's happened to President Kaba?
Thank you. Building up to the election in 2007, a lot of party stakeholders deserted President Kaba, hoping that power don't let him. Say, this man, power don't let him. Lord forget about him. Lord not get loyalty anymore. You understand it? Lord go now to the other side. People were not happy with the choice of the delegates, winner Solobi. People be the things in a Pakabana and pick Solobi. A lot of people went and supported Charles Magai. At the end of the day, doing enough, Charles Magai and all the other people who left declared their support for APC. We make APC be able to raise their nose again after so many years. Now this country also waiting we they continue for do and we will do it. Now for continue for unflinchingly surrender with loyalty to President Bio as the leader of the party, stand by and tooth and nail as the leader of the party and the political leader of the party for making continue for giving political direction. This party with loyalty to President Bio is unmatched, is unchanged. We don't shake hand for anybody. Now I make the advice everybody, including anybody we get planned for run for the Flagbearer. Now you're right, the constitution give all man that right for run for any position, but make it hold on. Now the time for delivery. This year accelerated delivery when they see what's in the go on. I hear the interview that man the additional, but the things that way happen now the Senate confirmation hearing about the ambassador where they can salon. I not see when I mention the other good things that where the ambassador talk regarding agreements we don't happy with salon, including the breaking news where I post about them they say, hey bo, the ambassador don't form bo, this issue of this lunge business, enough for don't talk because salon people they don't hear 2 months. So if we just don't keep on that. But the ambassador break that news day now in Senate confirmation hearing. These are the things that we want for Tina BM President BO for when the time is right. When the time is right, according to Article 6.1 CA, the president will give us a political direction as a party. And when the president give a political direction, now the chairman be interpreted, say when that instruction comes down as a way of political direction on how we develop processes, we activities building up to the Flagbearer election, I will communicate it to you. I will make clear when I understand exactly say political direction don't come from this date to this date, na so the worker. From this date to this date, na so the worker. From this time to this time, now this get for happen. Tete, President Bio the guide the process. Tete, we go elect the next Flagbearer of SLPP. Now that's exactly the chairman be mean. Not to waiting all the other posts in the day.
All right,
perceived and try to
Moses.
pull a statement out of context. Not to that it be mean.
All right, Moses, continue for the between the program. When they come back to you, in name now Moses Selumambu in the National Publicity Secretary for the ruling SLPP. There this morning they clarify on some statements them with the chairman Batilo Songa be making at the party office recently where it meets with all constituency chairmen them. And these statements don't bring some issues within the party. So Moses Mambu there they clarify. And we got other studio guests where they will tune at the studio, where na the National Publicity Secretary again, or the PRO for Lawyers Society, a group of lawyers them where done the work around issues of advocating for the rule of law and human rights issues. Yesterday they issued out a press statement. If you can remember, sometimes last week, rumor be they go around say Zainab Sharif when an entertainer, but now a convict and they serve in jail time at the Female Correctional Center. Rumor be they go out say is seriously sick. Where we make we host Susan Cocker, where na the Controller General, Deputy Controller General, where they in charge of the Female Correctional Center. We confirm to we say Zainab they complain say not well, but in a critical condition and even lost in life because some rumor they go out say a loss in life, but then say Zainab they don't go do medical and they expect medical reports for common. Yesterday, Lawyer Society issued out a press release who said they talk about Zainab a medical and other inmates them. We get Claude Bami Davis with at the studio and the PRO for Lawyer Society. Good morning, Claude.
Good morning, Kalija. Good morning, neighbors. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
All right, like I tell we audience, when I issue out a press statement yesterday, we saw a series of issues, including that of Zainab and other inmates them at the correctional center, especially the Female Correctional Center. Waiting now on findings will lead to this press statement.
Okay, thank you very much. Taking it back from the senior officer from the Correctional Services Center, we can talk about Zainab's situation. Where of the firm conviction see once they don't begin refer, an inmate or issues around the health of an inmate don't come up, it is recommended that the authorities take proactive action. Now, we understand that they don't conduct some tests from within the officer say, but we are calling for external because by we information and what we found out, she's having some breast issue. And me not a woman, but I read around medical issues. When then they happen, you only need a specialist for address the medical issue or what could have been diagnosed. And it is no secret that we correctional center not get the experts then they. And that is why we have not said they have not done anything. In we press statement, we are calling for external referral or providing that necessary services to Zainab and other inmates. So if from we information, there is an issue of around the breast. We know say we need a specialist doctor. We go take proper care or go give proper care to Zainab. And that is why we are calling for external. You cannot continue to keep her inside the correctional center and think say it will get. Because in fact, it's further concerning that for days, we have been waiting for the result because I understand some other organization go look after Zainab, but we're told that, okay, we had done some tests somewhere. So we're waiting for the result. We have not had any information as to what is the result. And that is why we're saying the state should be proactive. At this stage, when Zainab was convicted on the 14th of April this year, and we see how her health don't degenerate to this point. We should not wait until it gets worse than it is. So that is why we have called on the government and the Correctional Service Center and all the stakeholders for make them take proactive action and make referral, external referral of Zainab for go seek medical attention.
So far, in own estimation, because we see just last week, Friday or so, in family members them together with in Lapa movement, we also call journalists them for explain to them say Zainab don't go do test and then see say like how you say issues there with him breast and then self the call on the government through the correctional service for ensure say Zainab gets medical treatments. Based on waiting on the comments from the correctional service itself, the Deputy Controller General was here. Then don't they treat the case as the way how then suppose for taking into consideration the family self don't confirm now, the Lapa movement self don't confirm now say Zainab is sick. They don't they treat equivalent to the way how then suppose for handle the whole issue we get for do it in health, they able manage and well?
We of the view say no, because all waiting we see that confirmation say the Zainab is sick and they don't care and go choice rams, they don't do certain tests, they don't run certain tests. But we have not heard anything about a specialist or an external referral for say, okay, now that we don't diagnose Zainab with this issue, let we get a specialist medical practitioner where they can treat Zainab. And this thing where we do, it's not only about compassion, it's about law too. Because we get within we call the United Nations minimum requirement or minimum service for treatment of prisoners or inmates, right? Where they commonly call the UN Nelson Mandela rule. It say inmates for be accorded equal privilege and opportunity for get medical service and be treated as human. She may have been convicted, but that's not take away in human dignity. So what we're saying here is enshrining law. Now I make a press statement even refer to rules 24 and rules 25 of the UN Nelson Mandela rules. So I mean, if we don't diagnose Zainab, say na this thing they do, it is only right at this stage for make we get a specialist. We have not had that. Nowhere in the news have we had to say, oh, Zainab is now being treated by a breast specialist, or Zainab has been referred to so medical center for this. We did happen to her. We have not had that. She's still there, and we know that the correctional center not get that facility there of waiting there for provide the services required of Zainab.
In this case, according to in family members, they request say one for travel out of the country for go look after him Bobby because we don't do some cosmetic surgery. Now in Bobby we believe say from time to time he's supposed to go for maintenance, and for him according to in family members, they believe say that's where the problem is. For somebody who don't convict, they serving jail time. Within the law say if you want for travel out of the jurisdiction?
We get what in call compassionate release of a convict, right? And it gets reasons where they make the state exercise that compassionate release. It happened to one person recently, we all the witness, which is Kamarimba, right? He was released on a compassionate basis because he said really require health attention. So if we don't see this person really require this certain health attention, medical service, and we cannot provide, I think it is good conscience for make you compassionately release somebody we sick and saving life than for keep them within detention where we not get the services required of them and make, God forbid, the person die. Which one is preferable?
But I mean, based on the example where you give, if there anything for go by, una lawyer then can say there's a precedent. Yeah. If not anything for go by, with the way how the individual where you just call so go overseas, get a medical. Now everybody see how they conduct himself now the social media, coming heavily on the government, calling them out, calling the president and the wife out on things the way in belief say not true. Although some other school of thought they say they are not true, it's just they defame the government. You think the correctional services go on for release Zainab for go based on this example?
That's an interesting question. How can we deem Zainab for be of a similar character to Kamarimba? I mean, they are two different individuals, and this could mean individual differences. It not mean say because Kamarimba was released and then a day in a social media they do other things. Mean say if they release Zainab, it could be the same person. You see, we have seen places or we have seen happenings where the correctional center, don't forget, this place, they call them still in prisons first, right? But in 2014, we change them from the Prisons Ordinance Act, we get the Sierra Leone Correctional Services Act of 2014. We say it now for rehabilitate, reform, okay, and reintegrate inmates. Now, Zainab cannot be said to be like Kamarimba. So that fear does not exist. Okay, it is an assumption. Let us say you're assuming. So an assumption could be right and it could be wrong. It is not certain. But I think, as I said, good conscience would require that seeing the state of that inmate and knowing that we cannot provide that service is required. This is not to malaria. This is not to typhoid. This is not to diarrhea. This is about breast. And instead don't say she underwent an operation and thinking, say, this thing might require further services, which we cannot provide. Not to I been do the operation now overseas. Why can't we grant her that access for go seek medical? There could be conditions. I mean,
because that's about ask you say what's the provisions and where the law make if that compassion therefore happen in the case of Zainab?
You can get shorties them. You can say, okay, let certain people and come and enter into some form of recognizance for Zainab. Say ego return after medical. You get many ways for get that done. And if you have reliable and credible people, we go say, okay, I will vouch for her. This is a medical thing. She would go because don't forget, Zainab issue is on appeal. Currently they're on appeal. And the appeal could be won. And if they win the appeal, she could be released based on the grounds of which the appeal will be held. So it is not that because one situation has occurred, so you have to shut the door. I think for me, it is good conscience that look at a situation now. We cannot, if this not being a medical service we could be provided in Sierra Leone, it would be easy. You take her to the hospital and then you get security.
But according to the correctional service, they say that they treat them already. And what is Susan Coker saying, she's sick, but not in a critical condition. We might determine, say, need for go overseas. And again, looking at Zainab in crime, where the court find her guilty for incitement and threatening language. And everybody know how the dynamics there when it comes to politically exposed people when they can come in conflict with the law, Bami.
First of all, the officer from the correctional center, not a medical person, right? I stand to be corrected. And so for making able for say Zainab is sick but not in critical condition, she cannot be the compelling individual for say that. Did she show us the medical report or certification of a qualified specialist in that area for say, no, waiting to do Zainab, so not a thing we warrant any external referral? We have not seen that. So that is one thing we'll get for pay attention to. And then on the offense, we then convict them for incitement and threatening. I mean, I had said my position on the law in that regard, but I know we won't go back into it because it's already on appeal. But as I say, there are conditions that the correctional center or the state can give. Zainab, I believe, is well established in Sierra Leone. She cannot, I don't think say Zainab go jump whatever conditions then go give him for go look after in health and steady. And I make her say she could be released on conditions and having people credible and reliable to ensure that after in medical, he go come back and then believing in the appeal and then what the chances of success are for making get in liberty once more.
All right, but me continue for the week. We'll come back to Moses Mambu, the PRO for the Sierra Leone People's Party. Earlier, before come to Bami, you say Una don't caution everybody for wait and allow Una leader for finishing term and concentrate on delivery for Sierra Leoneans.
Yes.
And you make a statement about elections happening in 2028 or 2030. And Jimmy Batilo Songa, on a chairman, don't say everybody for wait. Is it that Una don't sit down on a high level SLPP meetings and agree say Una forgive, extend Una leader in time? Mambo.
No, that kind of meeting did not ever happen. But for we, the reason we will say let everybody wait, President Bio still in the office, and I'm not the leader of the party. And I the constitution give.
But you get a time limit, right?
Yes, but I'm not the leader of the party, and I with constitution give the power for provide political direction. You know, they provide administrative direction, and the activity what they can go into now, like political activity, will they lead towards the election of the next flag bearer. Few things so I want to know. SLPP as a party, no ever do anything undemocratic. Whether internal within the party or external national, the destiny of this country rests on our shoulders. So every big decision, we don't shape positively the destiny of this country and we party. SLPP don't take them in the interest of we party people them and in the interest of we country. And God self-handed by the party. Anytime we can deviate for take them decision internally, God can punish you. You see what happened with we in 1967. Building up to the election, with the Kaisambas and the Brewers, they fall out to the Prime Minister, form a go up independent, because that's in a parliamentary system of government to the use. If SLPP APC withdraw, what did God do with? Come back na the foot, the Brewers of Moyamba, Tayama, and the Kaisambas of Kenema. We come back na the foot, and what did they be saying? Let the Prime Minister resign. If he not resign, then they go APC, and they went APC. Now being APC in power 2007, we see what happened. Where everybody decide the president be left alone, he and the candidates for campaign and every other person break away from the party. At the end of the what happened, they join the APC. So for we, all the ever I can tell people them jokingly say me APC party there. So all its opportunity they own I don't get for Ghana power. Not so true on a hard work, not through the blunders of SLPP. Wanna name me any one time where APC by himself don't campaign democratically in this country and win election. We not on the mistakes of SLPP. Either SLPP go join them or SLPP make certain mistake they capitalize on that. So what we want to do this time? Now for make sure say as a party, we don't make them mistakes today. Because as an adult, if we're able to learn from your past, we go shape you today and prepare you better for the future. So now make we don't say the constitution very clear, and that's exactly Jimmy be the interpret for the delegates and for say this party with this now. President Bio, now the political leader of this party, will make him wait for. Why? President Bio get for give me direction, even we now the secretariat, for make we begin for take any political action. President Bio have to give that political direction because now the constitution give the democratic power for say now for provide political leadership and political direction. You not only they provide political leadership as a leader, but you also they provide direct political direction, which is when I say you direct me, it means you get knowledge where I not get, But because I did before, you now they give me political direction, you they guide me. If don't clean, I want go na liberty, you can call me say, Piao, you're not politically wise for going on liberty at this time. I know they go there. So they give me political direction. Where then political direction and they at the end of the day go eventually lead me to
within
success.
direction and the way on a constitution get passed on a leader for GI, where in 2026 the elections are in 2028. At this stage, whose direction you don't give on as to when on they get on a election for flag bearer?
As to when we get to election for flag bearer and not give you direction yet. As to what we for they do now.
Time they in a favor.
As to wait of look, if time not in our favor, we APC, who collect the whole the content, who side they did now. Always then they pass, who don't do now. For example, we always then they pan now, they don't do now. So if you want to ask between the two main political parties, the SLPP and APC, would that time
I'm asking about the SLPP.
No, now we compete
each other. On a leader, so not on a direction yet. No, as to planning towards when una forget delegates conference again for go elect somebody as on a flag bearer.
Okay, so no party not in a salon. Now don't mention just APC. Sorry to them. Anyway, no other political party not in a salon. We prepare. We don't take more political step ahead of the next election. Reach the SLPP. Now, only the SLPP, among all political parties with the exist in Salon, don't complete 100% lower level elections. We don't complete, including National Delegate Conference.
I'm asking about the flag bearer.
First, now only SLPP. Because they say we married girl for sweets. Now, from the engagement, I didn't know. Say this married girl for sweets. Not so. If me and you they compete, I already pass you, it means I they beat you. So among all political parties we register in a salon, SLPP are the only political party within a salon. We don't done everything but lower level. Imagine within a governance, we would govern the country, we don't even get time. We govern the country, but yet still we get time, we create time. I mean, and Mr. Busy schedule for govern the country. We able for conduct all we lower level elections. All other political party not get any other activity. Now only the party activity they get, but still they cannot complete, not even the lower level election. So it tell you say, the political direction within now, like you are forced from President Bill and the leader, is that let every party structure, every member of the SLPP. And the SLPP government now focus for deliver for the people. Focus on delivery for the people. Focus for make sure say we continue for provide the services where the people they need. Continue for improve the lives of the people. Continue for bring development in salon on every sector. That is the current political direction where we get. And that one day, Jimmy Batilo Songa be articulate effectively to all the party structure that hold on. Now to your question, political direction on the conduct of the next flag bearer election, no it. The moment it come, after consultation, the leader bring and come, will they begin two process. First process, now for develop the rules. You understand the rules of engagement we get for govern the whole process. Second, now for carry that rules they go to neck. For make neck go look and cross the T's and dot the I's, and then neck look at them, review them and see whether they go approve them for adoption. Once neck adopt them, the leader append the signature on now. The secretariat they begin for implementer now. Now that time you go see now call for application, fees for people that will get for pay fees for cover all of them things and they so
this direction where una leader for Guna it clearly shows say una as an executive una just sit down at the Unity House waiting for President's bill for tell una waiting for do.
Well it means that mean you know versatile with the SLPP constitution. SLPP constitution is divided into two. We have the political arm of the party, we headed by the president, and we get the administrative arm headed by the chairman. So it clearly, there's a clear dichotomy. They don't even get side where they meet. There's a clear dichotomy on how they function. The chairman, and they run the day-to-day affairs of the party globally. For example, right now, we can launch the biggest membership verification. And the chairman enrolled and the party offices are functioning. They get fuel for run, staff, then they per work. The party is mobilizing resources.
That's an administrative goal.
So now in the party,
so when the constitution I ask you,
now the constitution
the question where I ask Mambu, when it comes to making critical political decisions,
yes,
una hands then tied.
Because the constitution says so. The constitution say when it comes to political matters.
Say now una constitution we say when it comes to political matters and decision, una as an executive was supposed for run the day-to-day affairs of the party. Una not able to do nothing until the president or the leader give una direction.
Article 6.1 under C, because Article 6.1 divided into 3, A, B, C. Article 6.1C, it say the leader of the party, when elected, he or she will be responsible for provide political leadership, political direction of the SLPP, general political direction. Now he responsible for doing. So there is no way where the chairman will left in administrative function and provide political direction to the party. That will be breach of constitution.
So Una just did the gatekeep for
no,
the
we are
leader.
not gatekeep. Can I make a say? If you
because according to which you don't cut down our constitution,
yes,
and then they say.
But the SB party get two main functions: political function and administrative function.
Yes, so
the political function we are dealing with the administrative function of the party.
So when it comes to political decision,
yes,
when they make una form as a party,
no, not to no more make form.
Una a political organization, of
course.
So una for play active politics,
of course.
Una the executive, una hands are tied.
No, we hands they're not tied. But every constitution, like the constitution of Salon, the president get powers. There are powers where the president get, there are powers where the president not get. There are powers where the speaker get, the president get power, the speaker get power, the head of the judiciary get power. 3 arms of government. 3 arms of government. So in the SLPP, we get 2 arms of government within the SLPP. We get the political arm of government, the political arm of the party, and we get the administrative arm of the party. However, when you go further in the constitution, any directive from the president, political direction of the president, now the administration, the implementer. In consultation, anything what the president they do, now in consultation with the national executive, even when the president ready for give political direction, after a consultation, they engage the executive. That I don't engage, I don't consult. This is the way forward on this political matter. That's so I want to make we go to. And the party executive now, they take them forward for make sure say we arrive at a solution. Now we are the implementing engine.
What is
for the political leadership?
What is Batilo's role in ensuring that when una gets the name from the president, it makes sure say una get a very smooth process, letting and equating Justice Boyma they speculate no happen to una party.
Okay, so that's the way it talks. So we inside back the law. SLPP constitution is very simple and clear. The role of the national chairman for ensuring we not degenerate to violence or division. Now for make sure say it keep the party united. Make sure say it keep the party running, the party for the function. You understand where you gonna bow? If you go to SLPP party office, you meet the secretary, you meet party stakeholders, then they work. You understand? Letters they come. PPRC they send letter, ECSL they send letter, development partners they send letter, because political parties get a functional role for perform na the country. Few days ago, we did PPRC meeting, so we are working. You understand? Now for make sure say first the executive, the secretariat is functioning. So the chairman, they work closely with the Secretary General. The Secretary General, now the implementing agent for the chairman. The chairman give directives. The Secretary General is the engine. When I actually debate, for example, if Secretary General review your plan, you send it to the chairman look at it, approve. Now the Secretary General, they give you the tool for make you go implement them. So the party executive, under the leadership of Chairman Batilo Songa, and functions that prescribed inside the constitution, which is mainly for oversee the general operation of the party executive. Make sure say peace day na the party, when I make you begin see where Jimmy Batilo Songa sit down at the party office. You see all the intending flag bearers and stakeholders, they go visit her. You don't see the first lady, Her Excellency Fatima Bio, don't go to party office. You don't see Ali Kaba, they don't go to party office. You don't go visit her. You don't see see the Tunis. You don't go. If I see the Tunis, you don't go to Tena. You don't go visit the party office. You don't go engage the national party executive.
Leader forget this name. How una get forget una next flag bearer? How
will they get the next flag bearer back and inside with costume? It's the SLPP in a very organized organization. We don't do from 1953, so we are not confused of waiting for do when it comes to implementing constitution. We don't go through all the lower level as prescribed by constitution. Every 3 years, we go through lower level election, and every election cycle, we make sure say we elect with flag bearer. How we get for doing? One, political leadership get for come. The president, who are the leader, get for provide the general political direction of how we they go with regards.
How direction they influence the next flag bearer?
You know, they influence them. The direction they make sure say the leader of the party they watch the national executive, they give directives, and they make sure say those directives so they give politically, the national executive don't deviate from them. And if you want to see problem within the processes the leader of the party, when the president will call back and look at the poems and look at the cons within the work, and reassign political direction again on the way we will forgo. But the process leading up to a Flagbearer election is simple. One, we get for develop rules when they govern the engagement. After political direction don't come out from the president. Two, the rules and they get for can go na neck. Neck get for look at the rules and they cross the trees and dot the eyes. And then send them back to the leader of the party for look at them and agree. Once neck don't pass the rule, then the national executive, they go into action now. For example, declare a date. We say upon consultation with the leader, they go declare a date for the next convention we go elect the flag bearer. We go pull out notices for people and for let them apply. We go pull out the rules we govern the flag bearership. That is, would that qualify? Waiting go make you qualify? Waiting go make you not qualify? All of them things and then we put them down, we put them at the public. Right. So you will get intention now for be flag bearer for SLPP. You look at the rules, you look at the conditions, whether you meet them. If you don't meet them, you go say, okay, better luck next time. If you meet them, you can take the next stage, including money where you get for pay, when are the fees where you go pay for participate in the flag bearer election. So all of them, they all they get for happen under the auspices, the leadership, political leadership of His Excellency the President, but all prescribed inside with Constitution. So when Jimmy said, hold on, the President will be coming with a political direction, we don't want to let people take her out of context, because Jimmy was just interpreting section article 61CA. Now he will interpret to the people we give the president the power under law for say that they provide political leadership and direction. So Jimmy be the tell them now see, we not allow any other person can give una political direction. The only person where they give we all political direction on the way forward of SLPP leading up to the flag bearer election is going to be His Excellency President Bill. Now he make the foundation of everything where Jimmy say a rest on the shoulders of Article 61.
All right, thank you, Mambu. Quickly, we come back to Bami. This call on that they make for Zainab for get medical attention, and you talk to the judiciary, then go say they don't do their work done, they don't go through in trial, although the work still continue because the lawyers they appeal. What is normally for be the procedure? Is it from the correctional service or not the judiciary of Sierra Leone?
It's from the correctional service on medical recommendation. So you can have an internal medical practitioner will they recommend based on the diagnosis and in condition, they recommend that inmate for medical attention externally or what. And as we say, even the state can grant her compassionate release. So either that referral by a medical practitioner, because you wouldn't want, this is somebody where in jail term, if he appeal not succeed, for example, it's 4 years, 2 months. Not to life imprisonment. We go say, oh no, this is not life imprisonment. Or so for 4 years, 2 months, you can have the recommendation. And as I said, I'm not saying she could be released without conditions. You can be correctional center can state conditions. You can get credible people then. But it is only it makes sense for human consideration that if somebody don't get them kind serious medical call here, you for give medical attention. You see, if we not do that, it's like we're saying you prefer the person going through this suffering and not get medical attention and the situation become worse and the worst happen than for left arm on recommendations or on conditions make a go seek.
So now that's not fair.
And yes, it is clear that we're not able to forget that expert Naya we Zainab be require. Instead don't talk. She did an operation and not we have been doing and he want for go seek further attention as to how he feel.
This now the correctional center confirms that they don't get the experts Naya for checking breast where they complain about, because from within the correctional service say then call somebody from woman clinic where they know see them famous for helping women there with them breast, and also refer na Choitam we show this result so then get now we not be one for disclose for personal reasons.
Now based on the diagnosis, we should have been further informed as to waiting they recommend, if she could be treated. We're short of those information, right? Whether there is actually a medical practitioner or they can administer treatment properly, because that is it. We recommendation from we press statements they call for, say, we forget immediate medical assessment and appropriate treatment. She could be treated or she could be undergoing treatment, but not appropriate for address waiting it go through. So that's why we're saying appropriate medical treatment. That is one thing we would call for. Then again, we consider saying not only about Zainab. We get people then other inmates where go require the same attention. And if we further recommend, say we for they do regular, the correctional center for they do regular medical checks for inmates, because if you do regular medical checks for inmates, you go able for know who requires what and when to refer that person. But if you wait no more, because I mean, if you wait till that person they get bad, now that telling you can get attention, it might be late. That is why we have called for all of these things. And as I say, we not get any report to our knowledge. See, there is that specialist we be able for take care of Zainab in present health condition. If that is the case, it is only good conscience that you release them on conditions as may be prescribed by the correctional services.
All right, many thanks, Claude Baggy Davis, PRO for Lawyers Society. There this morning, they talk on the press release where they issue out yesterday. USAI, there is concern about Zainab Sharif, a medical condition, that of other inmates, them and for them, they believe, say, the state for use a good conscience for allow them for go and get a medical way it a request for, because a medical result they should say you get some issues with him breast, and according to family members and members of Zainab Sharif movement, they don't confirm na Liberty TV na say we don't do some cosmetic surgery then in Bobby where they affect her now and in need medical attention. Well, we will continue to follow this story as Bamido make and clear say everything there to the correctional service now for write a medical reports and recommend for Zainab for go do a medical, and they can get some condition where they go get and say you need for come back and complete in jail term if you know win the appeal where in lawyers they don't file now na appeals court. And also many thanks to Moses Mambu we've been joined with earlier for can clarify some of the statements them way in chairman Jimmy Matilosunga be make earlier this week. Well, now they end this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to all we join we, and also Musa Saukoma and team we give we technical support. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.
All right, till we meet again, Mabel Kabade. So get a lovely day and goodbye. The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen. But what's actually you they look for? Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them. So see them where they happen to we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question